is Mitch Trubisky actually good now? Like, I'm dead serious. This was an amazing game to watch as a Bears fan. After losing 6 games straight, dropping back from 5-1 to 5-7, getting kicked out of the playoff race. We still got about 122 left in this game. The Bears are going to win 36-7. But it's all coming down to when I've been saying this all the last episodes, all the last post-game shows that I've done. When the Bears offense is able to play good, look what our defense could do, and just look on all sides of the ball, even special teams. Look what happens. We win the game. We're up 36-7 right now. Not only Mitch Trubisky goes 24 for 33, 267 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and that 0 interceptions is the biggest part of this whole game, that he was able to not turn the ball over once, which in classic Mitch Trubisky fashion usually happens. But I swear, Mahomes went out and he threw like a couple of interceptions today. It was like we had Patrick Mahomes and they had Trubisky. It was amazing to watch Mitch Trubisky play this well, especially against Deshaun Watson, who we get clowned for all the time for taking Mitch Trubisky before Deshaun Watson, before Patrick Mahomes. And Mitch was able to go out there and beat Deshaun Watson. The Texans only scored 7 points. Maybe they might score more. There's like 1 minute left. They have the ball at like the 34 right now. But Mitch Trubisky, that was an amazing game to watch from him. He looks like he's improving. I don't want to say that he's still the future of Chicago Bears football, because I think that would be crazy to say after one game, especially after all that we've gone through the last couple of years. So I'm not going to say that, but he looked really good today. The whole offense as a total. David Montgomery has a career game today. That's his best game he's ever had rushing. 11 carries, 113 yards, 10.3 average, and 1 touchdown. Obviously opens up the first offensive play for the Chicago Bears with a touchdown. And who is that? We just got a sack. Who's that? Mario Edwards? Just got a sack. I think that's his second of the day. Holy, this defense too, man. I still got to finish up on what I got to say about the offense. That is officially the final, 36-7. The Chicago Bears win. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Make every play, clear the way to victory. It's nice to finally sing that song with some joy and not just sing it out of complete sadness because the Bears lose another game. Speaking of Bear Down, I dropped some Bear Down merch. I know you guys want to go get that. Go hit the link in our description for the store. Get yours. We got t-shirts and hoodie. Go get yours right now. Back to this offense. Dave Montgomery has a career game. Rushes 80 yards for the Bears' first play. It just shows you when we can get our offensive line to give Montgomery holes. This guy breaks tackles left, right, and center. He was leading the NFL, and he might still be leading the NFL in broken tackles this year. David Montgomery can play football. He is a really good running back when we give him the opportunities, when we give him the ball, when we give him the holes to make plays and everything. Even when he gets hit in the backfield and everything, he's still able to get it to the line of scrimmage and push it for 1 or 2 yards. I've had some people argue with me that David Montgomery isn't that good. I like him. If we could just build an offensive line around him, I think that we have something special in Chicago. Allen Robinson, man. Every single post game I do is Allen Robinson appreciation episode. I swear, because this guy, I'm convinced he's the best wide receiver in the NFL. Maybe not the NFL. I know I'm being a bit extreme there, but this guy, I'm telling you, top 10 easily. Probably top 7, maybe top 5. This guy catches everything. This guy's just so much fun to watch play. Definitely my favorite player on this team. Allen Robinson catches 123 yards today, 1 touchdown. An amazing game by him. Who else did we have? Patterson, 6 for 26. He had 6 carries for 26 yards on the rushing game. Jimmy Graham, he's just such a big body, and there's no way anyone's going to cover him in the end zone. He's had so many plays where we literally just flutter up a little ball to him, and he just goes up there and just, no matter who's covering him, he always finds a way to come down with the ball. Love watching him play. Komet had a pretty good game today. He had some good catches. Darnell Mooney had a pretty good game today. Lots of good takeaways from the Chicago Bears offense today. Let's keep it rolling into next week. I'm pretty sure we play the Vikings next week. Let's take a look at the defense, because the defense, very, 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 very happy, especially after the last couple of weeks when you have Green Bay blow us out, when we let up 34 points to the Lions. We had 7 sacks today. 2 of those come from Roquan Smith, 1 from Nichols, 2 from Mario Edwards, 1 from Khalil Mack, 1 from Urban, and we all know that one of those Khalil Mack sacks The one that he had was for a safety. Our defense scored some points. It was an amazing game to see from them. Lots of good defensive plays. Lots of good plays by the line of scrimmage. Our defensive line did amazing. We owned that line of scrimmage all game, especially against a quarterback who can scramble really well in Deshaun Watson. We were able to take that out, and we were able to make him force bad throws, a lot of bad throws, and just make him take sacks because we were just getting the pressure on him. It was great to see there. Overall, an amazing game. Let's look at Deshaun Watson's stats. He went 21 for 30, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. They only scored 7 points this whole game. They did put together a pretty nice drive. I think that was either in the first quarter or the second quarter. But it was in the second quarter. That was the only time they scored this whole game. Still, we didn't score a touchdown in the third quarter. I'd like to see that. I think we only have 1 third quarter touchdown this whole year. Love to see some more of that, but then again, we kind of had put the game away at that point. So I'm happy with this game. Really, really pleased on everything that we saw from this game. It's because I go off 6-win losing streak, and I'm like, okay, we need to focus on the draft and who we're going to get. What are we going to go for? Are we going to go for an offensive lineman? Are we going to go for a quarterback like Mac Jones or Kyle Trask? Or I've seen a lot of Trey Lance, even like Kellen Mond, Zach Wilson in mock drafts. I've seen, what if we go wide receiver? We're going to have a guy like Devontae Smith who might be available for us, a guy who could potentially win the Heisman now. He's gone out. This guy, Devontae Smith, has been lights out at Alabama recently. We could get someone like that. But now, the playoffs is going to be tough. We're still 1 game out, I'm pretty sure. We got the Vikings next week, which will be a crucial game. If we lose to the Vikings, you can kiss the playoffs goodbye. But we're in the Vikings next week, 1 o'clock on Fox. Then we go and play in Jacksonville, and then we go and play at home versus Green Bay. If we win out those games, I don't know officially. I need to check the whole playoff picture and everything like that, because we're behind the Vikings, who are in the playoffs right now. They're in the 7th spot. And then it's the Cardinals, who are in the 8th. So they're the first team out. And then we're second team out right now. So no matter what, I think we have to win out the rest of our games, especially against the Vikings, because that'll be huge for head-to-head. If the Vikings are +2 on us for wins, we got to even that out. We got to get it at least 1-1 if we want a shot at the playoffs. And who knows, if this team keeps rolling and everything, and we're able to go into the playoffs with this confidence, the Bears may be a team that you got to watch out for in the playoffs if we end up making it. If we don't make it, if we drop 2 out of the next 3 or 3 out of the next 3. Crap, I just got a text. We still are going to get a good draft pick. Like, I think that's really important. Quarterback or wide receiver, offensive lineman, I honestly have no clue. It all depends on how the rest of the season plays out. Before going into this game, I was all over Mac Jones. I really want Mac Jones to come to Chicago. He is by far probably the best deep ball passer in the NFL, in college football right now. Yes, he has the best wide receivers in college football, but this guy is so consistent, and that's something that the Bears really lack over the past couple of years is consistency, so that's something that we really need. Now, after this game, I don't want to make any assumptions because, yes, we've seen Mitch Trubisky can go out and have some really good games. It's not impossible for him to play really well, but can he keep it consistent? He's going to be going up against the Vikings, who we lost to already this season. The Jaguars should be an easy win as long as we go out there and just play our game. But the Packers game will be the really key one to see how Mitch can go up against them and see how this team as a whole will play against them after getting absolutely blown out by them on that Sunday night just a couple weeks ago. So the draft and everything, what our goal is for the rest of the season is still up in the air. I feel like it all comes down to this game next week versus the Vikings. I feel like if we play our game like this, like the Vikings, honestly, were nothing special when we played them. Like, we shut down Dalvin Cook in the rushing game, and then receiving wise, who do they have? They have Thielen, they have Justin Jefferson. Shouldn't be too much. Like, it's not going to be too much. Their offense isn't anything special. Their defense isn't anything special either. So as long as we go in there and play our game, we only lost to them by 6 points. We lost 19-13. If our offense can play like they did in this game, get the run game going, have Mitch Trubisky play another good game, I think that we could easily take this game versus the Vikings next week. So that's one to definitely look out for. So thank you so much for watching this video. Bear down, as always, excited for our game next week. If you're a Bears fan, definitely stick around. I do these every single week. I do a Bears post-game show, so definitely stick around for that. Comment down below, like the video, subscribe, and come back next time.